My mind's already in St James Park. I'll be
Swear that.
You're looking past this game?
I'm looking past it.
Can't bring a hammer to a gunfight, can you?
Ooh. Hi, welcome back to AFTV. As you can see, we're outside the London Stadium here to preview the West Ham versus Arsenal game in the fourth round of the EFL Cup. It's the Gunners versus the Hammers. I know what weapon I would choose, but how are you lot feeling? You like that one?
I do like that one.
Thank you.
I do like that one.
You know, it's good.
Sounds well researched.
Well, it was prepped. It was prepped. But yeah, I would always choose the Guns over Hammers. How you lot feeling ahead of this game? And it's an EFL Cup game.
Can't bring a hammer to a gunfight, can you?
Ooh. That's our title. Thank you very much,
there
Laurie.
you go.
So you're feeling confident for this game then?
Yeah, man. I'm actually looking forward to this game. London Derby, Carabao Cup. Listen, some people, like my friend over here, tends to look down on the EFL Cup. But me personally, I want to win this competition, man. We've not won it for what? Something like 30 odd years.
It was 1992, 1993, I think, the last time we won it. And I wasn't even born. No.
Oh, see? So there you go.
I take this trophy as a trophy. I know you, like he said there, you may look down on it. I don't know, but it's West Ham. We obviously beat Brentford 1-0. I think people online, and when I read some articles on that, people thought we weren't comfortable. We was very comfortable in that game. Beaten 1-0. They only just beat Lincoln City 1-0. We got West Ham to. Should we be taking it serious? Should we be going, not going to say full strength, but should we be taking it serious? Because if we beat this team, we move on and it's another trophy in the cabinet.
What does taking it serious mean?
Going out to win.
Everyone always says this, but what does it mean? Of course, but you go out to win every game.
Every
If
game,
you're not going
Playing
out
a
to
strong
win,
side.
No, but we've got to be careful here when it comes to strong side and blurring the lines between it, because against Brentford we started Sago Jr. and it was a rotated side like Reece Nelson that were in there, but like I want Arteta to go not super strong, but definitely take it serious in putting out maybe some mainstays. I mean, I know we're going to mention this in the Predict 11, but you speak about Havertz, 65 million. We didn't see him play against City, one of the hardest games. We didn't see him start against City, and then we didn't see him start, I believe, against Sheffield United.
He needs to play in this game.
Those sort of signings, you want to see features, especially he's got to feature in games like this. Otherwise, when you play players
that's
like
what I mean. I mean, the common perception is that if you say take it serious, it means go hella strong in the starting 11. Two of our best performances this season have come with a heavily rotated side: Brentford away and Sheffield United on the weekend. Most heavily rotated sides this season, and both were comfy wins and clean sheets. So I think that's the era we need to move into, or we have moved into this season. With the amount we've spent, there's more trust in squad depth. Last season, or the last couple seasons, what's happened when we make a lot of changes is we don't see the Arsenal that we see with the starting 11 that we see week in, week out in the league.
Yeah.
This season has been a bit different. Like I said, Sheffield United, we made a few changes, a few key players, left out, and we got the job done. Brentford, same thing. Brentford away is not an easy task.
Yeah,
I think we rolled our luck at times for sure, because we used to had a mare in front of goal against us, but we kept the clean sheet. So I think take it serious. Do I want to win it? Of course I want to win it.
Okay.
As much as I don't care too much for it, I want to win it.
So if you went out,
if we go out, it's not the top of my bucket list. Winning the Carabao Cup. If we win it, we win it. Same way if we don't win it, it is what it is. I'm looking at the FA Cup, Premier League, and Champions League this season. Okay,
well, I'm definitely looking at this competition as to have our eyes on to win. Like you mentioned, I suppose if we go out, I don't know what my feeling would be, Laura. I'd be intrigued to hear your feeling, because West Ham are coming off the back of, they actually have a pretty good home record, but they've just lost to Everton, and that was a poor performance from West Ham, and they're going to definitely be looking to bounce back. I think Moyes might be under a little bit of pressure as well. I don't know. I have to speak to a West Ham fan and see what it is around
under pressure.
Yeah, I think he is, because I think cup competitions he really looks at his saving graces. Obviously, we know about the Europa Conference League. I think this one he'll want to take serious. I don't think he's going to heavily rotate come to this game. It is Arsenal as well that he's playing against. But how would you feel if Arsenal bailed out at this stage of the competition?
I'd be disappointed. I mean, I'm naturally a competitive person. You guys know this. You know me very well. And my thing is, if you enter a competition, you try to do your best to win it. Now, listen, I know the manager's not going to play what we would consider a full strength side, and you've got to balance that with injuries and stuff like that. But I want to see him play a strong team, similar to what we did when we played Brentford. You can introduce a few of the guys who are on the periphery of the team, your Reece Nelsons, your Smith Rowes, even your Mohamed El Nene's, Sago Jr., he came in for that Brentford game and did well. So, yeah, listen, I'm happy to see the manager do that and bring in a few new, some of the players who haven't figured much in the Premier League. But the spine of the team needs to be strong because we want to win.
Okay, let me just go to the stats and the information for this. Whilst James is away in his absence, I'm going to give you what we've got here. West Ham haven't won in their last 4 in all competitions. Just going through their last 5. Obviously, yesterday they lost to Everton here at home. In the Europa League, they lost to Olympiacos away. They lost to Aston Villa, humbled by Aston Villa 4-1. I watched that performance and that was a bit frightening from Aston Villa there. They got
on form. Aston Villa are one of the best teams in the league.
Doing very well.
So that is not a defeat that you can say, you know what I mean? It's a complete embarrassment.
Agreed. I think West Ham
Villa are good.
They are good. I think West Ham will be quite disappointing because that's kind of where they're out most of the time is in battles with Aston Villa throughout the leagues in past seasons. So they might be a bit disappointed by that. Also a 4-1. I also just mentioned that. Sorry, a draw to Newcastle here again at the London Stadium, and then in the Europa League.
Again, a good side.
Yeah, in the Europa League they won in their not previous one, but one before that against Freiburg. So yeah, in all competitions as well, Arsenal have lost just 2 of their last 32 matches against West Ham, although squandered a 2-0 lead in the most recent draw here. I think we all remember that. Rice was playing for them. We were 2-0 up. I think we got comfy and then they got back into it. And I don't know, it's a weird one.
To be fair, and I'm sure Turkish would agree with me, as much as, you know, you've got those stats, that means very little come Wednesday. Because it's a one-off game. It's a cup game. It's a London derby. Both sets of fans are going to want to win this game, and I think that it's going to come down to obviously who plays well on the night.
But should it not mean nothing? Because Turkish, like
I'm saying, previous stats and games and facts and figures means very little come the game on Wednesday.
But should we be? I'm going to go to expectations now, Turkish. Like, should we be expecting to roll these guys over? Look, Sheffield United. I don't know what it was. You were very much against. Come on, we should be beating this team comfortably. And I don't know what it was. I think it was just something in me saying, I know Arsenal. We could mess this up. Of course, we battered them 5-0 in the end. But should we be seeing that sort of run from momentum from Sheffield to this game and just dominating West Ham and winning this game comfortably? Or do you agree with Laurie and think we don't
West Ham are not Sheffield United though? It's a London derby, let's not forget that. It's a cup competition, so regardless of form, Laurie's kind of right, especially in cup competitions, one that West Ham will look at and hope to go far, if not win this season off the back of the success they had last season. I don't think we can look at it the same way. I don't expect to come here and
roll them over.
It won't be a walk in the park. Like I expect a tough game. Can we roll them over? We might, It depends what happens on the night, but we've got to be, wary of West Ham because they pose threats, and I assume they'll go with a much more familiar side than we will come Wednesday night. So it'll be difficult for sure. It won't be a Sheffield United.
It will be difficult.
I would imagine the ground will be packed.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, always.
Like I said, it's a cup match. It's a London derby. West Ham, you said yourself, they've not won in a few games. They will be anxious for the win. If you're a London team, Arsenal come into town in a cup, you want to win that game, bro. You know what I mean? So. And we're the same, we want to win. So I'm expecting a tough game, but I do expect us, if we play the right side, to come out on top.
Yeah. Listen, I think we've had some good bouts against West Ham. Like there's one that comes to mind actually. I feel like we always play them near Christmas. I know this is not a Premier League game, but I remember the Boxing Day game. Funny enough, Jesus was out, and Eddie came in and he scored that game. I believe it was Saka.
Say that again.
Eddie scored that. Nah, it's all good. Turkish, we always want to see Arsenal win. So Eddie scored that game, came in replacement to Jesus after an injury. And again, it's probably looking like, I don't know what, I actually don't know. We're going to get to in the Predicted 11 video, so make sure you check out that. I don't know what he's going to go with up front. Do you keep Eddie in after a hat-trick? We'll discuss all that in the Predicted 11 video. But all I know is there's no injuries for West Ham as well. They have a full selection. I believe Edson Alvarez and Paqueta, they've got an amount of yellow cards, but it only crosses over to the Saturday Premier League game, so they're available for selection as well. So they can go full strength, West Ham. Us, Timber's out, as we know. Thomas Partey, again, of course, with an injury, and then obviously Gabriel Jesus. So we are missing some players, but that shouldn't affect who is probably going to play in this game come Wednesday night and be able to get the job done. Anyone, before we get into like score predictions and whatnot, anyone and a few finishing off stats, worried about the players missing and thinking that we might not be able to get it done without those players, or should this be whoever goes out there wins?
My mind's already in St James Park. I'll be
Swear that.
I mean, look, I'm gonna enjoy it. But Carabao Cup is like.
When you say that, what do you mean by that?
He's looking past it.
As in,
you're looking past this game.
I'm looking past it.
So really,
I want to win it, but the reality is St James Park is at the tip of my mind.
Oh yeah, I mean, listen, you are right in terms of priorities. Obviously, the league is a much higher priority. But I'm sure you would agree with me. You're in. There can't be too many games left if we beat West Ham on Wednesday. There can't be too many games left till we get to the final.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And I think Newcastle are playing Man United, is it?
I believe so. I know Man City are out of this competition, so
I
there
think
is.
it's finals after this.
So it opens up.
It is, and City are out, so there is.
So that's another reason
an opportunity
to take it
win this.
seriously.
Yeah,
and get the win.
I wonder if people share the same thoughts as Turkish. I think there'll be many fans that are looking past. I understand the fans that are looking past and thinking, win or lose, I'm not bothered. It's Saturday that I care about.
You know what?
I don't share that.
No, listen.
I'm looking at this
I'm going to say this.
Get a win.
If we turn up on Wednesday at West Ham and it doesn't quite go for us, they play really well. They beat us in a contested, entertaining, hard-fought game, and we come up short. I'll accept that. I'll say, you know what? Okay, we got bigger fish to fry, so to speak.
Hey, careful.
No, hear me out.
You and the Lyles, bro. These Lyles, bro.
No, hear me out. So I'm saying, if we turn up with the right attitude, but on the day, and it can happen, West Ham turn up and they play well and they beat us fair and square, I can accept that. What I wouldn't accept, however, is if we turn up with a severely weakened or less strong team, shall I say, and we don't quite put the effort in and we get rolled over, then I'll be very disappointed because I'll be looking at it as an opportunity lost.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, this is a trophy. We've not won this trophy for X amount of years. We should be trying to win this. It's about establishing a winning mentality, trying to, win trophies. That's what it's all about.
I get that. I think getting into a rhythm as well of winning and being comfortable in possession and getting the job done is something that I believe in as well. So I'm with you there, Laurie. And what I'm really looking at in this game, team selection and players that are selected taking their chance. And I know it's the EFL Cup, but I want to see players do that. Against Sheffield United, I want to see exactly the same. Players that were put in, take your chance, take your opportunity. So that's what I want to see come Wednesday. Now, guys, give me your score prediction for this game. This will kind of tell a lot as well. How do you think this game's going to play? Let's start with you, Turkish.
1-1. Arsenal penalties, hopefully. What?
I don't know, actually.
I say
1-1.
Depending on the side,
I don't know.
Depending on the team that he picks, and I'm hopeful and I'm confident he's going to play what I would consider a fairly strong side, if not a strong side. I'm going for an Arsenal win, 2-1 though. I do think it will be a hard-fought game. London derbies are very, really easy games. The last match we played against Brentford, we beat them 1-0. There was Turkish reference earlier. In the second half in particular, they came out as hard. I was at that game with you, wasn't I?
Yeah.
And I remember in the second half, Brentford did make the first half was fairly comfortable, but in the second half, they put it on us a little bit. So.
Do you know what? Funny enough, I'm actually going to agree with you there as well. I'm going to go 2-1 as well. Obviously, yeah, same. I think we have a good away record as well. I think we're quite good away. But and listen, it's the London Stadium. It will be a big game, but I think we'll be able to get the job done. I think West Ham do have a lot to prove, and they all take this competition seriously. But I think if Arteta picks a strong enough mixed with a rotated side, I think we get the job done. If he goes completely Brentford first round or third round that we played, I think we might see it, maybe what you've gone with, a draw. I think we might see that. It all kind of depends on what Arteta goes with, but I'm going to stick with a 2-1. And to close off this video, I'm just going to quickly just give one last little stat. We were eliminated by West Ham the first time we met them in the League Cup in 1966-67. What
man weren't even.
What other major football achievement happened in that year?
No one was born them times.
But
maybe I was.
Well, in 1966-67, what happened in that year? What happened for football?
66 we won the World Cup.
Okay, good.
Who's we? What, Jamaica won the World Cup in 66? What? I didn't know that. I had to rewatch that.
We're going to end it.
We won the World Cup.
Yes.
And if you speak to West Ham fans, they'll tell you West Ham won the World Cup because they had about 3 or 4 men in that team that are West Ham legends. But that was a very different time.
Very.
And I'll be coming to this game on Wednesday with you.
Me, yeah.
And listen, I want us to win this game, man. No doubt.
100%. Well, listen, and on that, I also want to mention, RIP Bobby Charlton as well. Just on that, obviously, we won the World Cup in 1966. I just want to end all that. But thank you, everyone, for watching. Please like this video and leave a comment in the comments below. Give us your thoughts and feelings ahead of this game. Make sure you stay tuned to AFTV for all the build-up and all the lead-up to this game come Wednesday against West Ham. Take care.